Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for this week's question and answer video. I do these every single Monday and I really encourage all of you guys to ask me questions. I try to help people with emotional trauma, recovering from this, from emotionally abusive relationships. And we really need to understand what happened to us. Trauma causes shame, and shame's a secret. So learn what happened to you, connect the dots, and please, I'm here to answer any questions you guys have. No such thing as a bad question, only bad answers. I'll try my hardest. Repeat questions are great. Everybody that watches these, I don't care for how long, probably needs to hear a lot of this stuff over and over again. So please ask questions. I have a lot of people that watch these. I have hundreds of people that watch these videos. This week, I didn't even get very many questions, only a couple questions. And there's still hundreds of people watching them. So I know some of you out there have questions and you're afraid to ask me for whatever reason. But a part of healing would be, trying, reaching out there, trying, making yourself a little vulnerable. A lot of the common reasons I get is people don't want, you guys don't want somebody knowing what you're doing and knowing what channels you're watching and knowing what questions. And, okay, I understand that, but make a different channel. It's real easy. It takes a second to make a different channel and go down there, be anonymous, use a different name, don't use your name, photo. I don't see how anybody else will know. But let's start living our life for ourselves and not other people. And it could start right here. Ask questions and learn what happened to you, okay? It really alleviates a lot of shame, and it's healing. It's recovering from this. So please do it. And anybody who hasn't, please subscribe to my channel. Please, I really appreciate all the support you guys give me. And you can vote on the video down below. You can comment down below. Let us know where you're at. Anybody asking questions, I just ask that you guys tell us your location. Please tell us your location. I still get most people that don't do that. And that's it. I like to recommend something every single week for you guys. Something to help with healing from trauma. Whether it's better sleep or something for anxiety or just something to help heal. And books and little objects that might help and things like this. This week, I'm recommending a workbook. The Self-Love Workbook, a life-changing guide to boost self-esteem, recognize your worth, and find genuine happiness. Who couldn't have some more of that in your life? But people recovering from trauma, we need to commit to healing, and we need to invest. And that takes time, it might take money, okay? And it might take dropping some other commitments for this. The more committed you are, the faster and the better you will heal. It's just like sleep. Sleep gets better when you're actually committed to it, okay? So this book, like always, is on Amazon. The link will be right down below if you guys are interested in. A paperback workbook from Shaina Ali is the author. Came out December 4th, 2018. I got it on Kindle for $11.99 and paperback for $14.10. Anybody who's done this already, let me know. It's got over 4,000 ratings that almost give it 5 stars, almost all. So it must be pretty good. And really, things like this, no matter how the quality is of this book, it's investing in yourself. It's spending time in yourself and raising self-awareness. And I'm sure everybody could get something from this, okay? I think it's worth it to change your life for 12 to 14 bucks. Anybody's done it, let me know. Anybody else who has any other suggestions like this, let me know. I've had a couple other, I've recommended a couple other. I've even done some videos that's kind of workbook material, I would say, in my Healing CPTSD videos, the playlists I have for Healing CPTSD. I have some other videos to help raise self-awareness, help raise self-worth, things like this. So check them out if you're interested. Thank you, everybody. Okay, let's get on to the questions. Like I said, all I ask you guys, please just let us know where you're at. This video won't be very long. Like I said, there's not very many questions. Hazel from Alabama. Hi, Hazel. I was wondering what ideas you have on training the brain to think positively. My default tends to be negative. So do almost everyone's that watches. A habit I think I picked up from my mom. I don't dare hope for good things to happen because I don't want to be hurt or blindsided or let down, right? If something bad happens. My home environment was unpredictable, and this is how I learned to cope. And I made a video, escaping the fear cage, always expecting the worst, right? Isn't that, because our life tends to have gone like this. and really up and down. I mean, no one's life is like this, but everyone's just kind of like this, and ours is like this, right? So even, I would say, even when the times were good, at the good times, I'm just, bad, and danger is right around the corner. It's going to be bad, right? Oh man, things are going well right now. Jeez, what's going to happen? Real dooming thoughts. So how do you train your brain to think more positively? Well, most of our stress is from relationships. So I would start evaluating all your relationships and have a positive environment to start with, okay? So let's eliminate as much stress as possible from our lives. And if you need help doing that in relationships, get it, period. It's really hard to be positive in an absolutely negative environment. Maybe for a little while, but not forever. This stuff wears us down. People and their drama and their negativity wears us down. It does. And so we got to get that out of our life, one. And you can make your environment more positive in all kinds of different ways. Okay, let's get some of the things done that you've been bothering you for a while, and you just let it go, and it just kind of eats away at you. But bring color. One of the biggest things I ever did was bring color into my life. And I've said this before, I know most of your guys' favorite color is black, white, and gray. Real colorful. How do I know that? How do I know most of our favorite colors are black, white, gray? Even if our favorite color is blue or pink or yellow, we wear black, white, and gray, right? So let's change these things, right? We could change our environment by our house, by our car, by our clothes, by our appearance, and really do this. Go out and try to find a new hairstyle or, new facial hair for men. Wear it differently. A new pair of glasses, a new outfit. Let's bring in some bright, bright colors, reds and pinks and bright greens and yellows all over, from artwork to vases to bringing flowers in your house, having nice, pleasant smells, right? Having nice, pretty lights of different colors and stuff like this. All of this will really help bring a more positive way of thinking if our environment is more positive. Take vacations, stuff like this, to pretty places. Have more positive people in your life. So 2, big, really important to separate what's thoughts and what's feelings, and understand that our feelings, our emotions are who we are, and we accept them and make ourselves feel better. And our brain necessarily isn't who we are. It's just our body. It's what we are, and our brain and our thoughts aren't always controllable, but we challenge negative thoughts and accept our emotions. Challenge these negative thoughts, okay? So when we have thoughts that don't feel good, it's not true. And so we challenge it with the truth, which feels better, always. And I did a video on this. I literally went down a bunch of negative thoughts and countered them, challenged them with positive, okay? And you can write these down. Write down all your negative thoughts and come back with a positive thing that challenges it with the truth that feels good. If you start doing this, you understand what I mean by the truth feels good. Because this thing is going to tell us if we're depressed and we're lost and we've had abuse and things like this, this thing is trying to keep us alive. That's it. And it's going to tell you the world's a bad place and everybody's going to hurt you and you're no good, so don't even try. Nobody's going to love you. You're unlovable. And it's just not true. Those aren't true for anybody. Okay? And they don't feel good. And if we challenge it with, no, the world's actually a good place, and I just pick some people that are unhealthy, and not everybody's like that. People are generally good, and people are like the kind of person that I want in my life. Tons of people out there. I got to go out there and meet them. All kinds of different ways to challenge our negative thoughts. Then be aware and be mindful of what you're doing. Be very, very mindful of some of the things you're doing. I have people, a lot of people, that tell me, David, I'm trying to be positive and all these things. I'm doing really good. And they'll make one mistake. Oh, that was stupid. I'm stupid. You know, right? We don't say these things. Think of it as this way. We have how something comes from thought to action. And we have a thought, and we aren't in control of this. Okay? So everybody has some crazy thoughts sometimes, really. You know, all kinds of weird thoughts. And most people that are just healthy and stable let it go, and they're very quiet and short and silent. But we have a thought, and then we have feeling, and then we have action and commitment. Okay, so we have a thought. I use this example all the time. I'll use it again. Screw my life, screw my business. I want to get up. I want to move to Mexico and say goodbye to everything. Okay, we might have that flashing thought. Let it go. Okay, but what happens if we give it more time and more energy and more energy? This thought will turn into a feeling. We'll literally have the emotions of wanting to get out of here. I can't take this anymore. I want to go to Mexico and throw all this away. And then I might start talking about it. Might start telling people. Might and that's really how you're committing to it. And then we get up and do it. So giving energy into negative thoughts will start feeding it. It'll start turning into feelings. It'll start turning into actions, okay? And so we have to process these things and not just ignore it. Challenge it, write it down, and come back with the truth, okay? And positive daily affirmations are huge, huge. What would happen to all of you if you looked in the mirror every single day and said, "You're so ugly, you're so ugly, you're so ugly," every single day? Nobody would be unaffected by that. Nobody. The prettiest person in the world that has the highest self-worth and highest self-esteem that'll start eating at them, okay? And so positive things you'll end up absorbing this and believing it eventually, okay? Even if we don't feel it, maybe say something in the mirror to yourself every day, something positive. And if you're not sure what, just start thinking of them, writing them down, looking them up. You don't have to feel it. Just keep saying it and saying it and saying it, and being mindful of negative things that you're saying. Stop that, okay? And a lot of behaviors will change thought patterns, okay? But these thought patterns started from stress. So we've got to eliminate stress out of our life, start brightening up our environment, everything from our house to our clothes to our appearance to other people in our life, all right? And challenge those thoughts, accept your emotions, and daily affirmations. Tell yourself something good every day. You're this, you're that, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're strong, you've accomplished so much, you're going to get there soon, you're going to do everything, have a list of goals in front of you, and tell yourself every day how you're going to do something small every day to get closer and closer to your goals. Those are some of the general things you can start doing. And all of this, man, I say it enough, but I'm going to say it again, is get help, get support, get somebody to talk to. Getting a lot of this stuff out helps us. Keeping it all in and internalizing everything and keeping it a secret causes shame, and it can get worse. Okay? Thank you, Hazel. Good luck. Connie from the East Coast. This is really long. I'm just going to try to skim through this. I've been in therapy and have taken stock of all intimate partners in my life. 5 LTRs were each cheated on me. I don't know what LTR is. I can't look it up right now. Where all 5 cheated on you, and the last 3 threatened to kill you. You haven't dated in 18 months, and I have no desire to. I don't blame you. I signed up at a local community college that has highly recognized program for obtaining a Class A CDL, commercial driver's license. I believe that's what that is. And so you go on into this class, how one of the ladies asked you if you're there husband hunting. A truck driver. Nothing against the profession, but they're not home much. I don't understand how you want a husband that's hardly ever home. I mean, this lady thinks that. I don't know. You said the goal. Later, she explains she reads minds and knows I'm thinking horrible thoughts about a fellow student. That's rich. One instructor asked me if I'm good at cooking and cleaning. He's looking for a wife, number 8. What an honor. He also wanted my thoughts on his introducing his girlfriend to his wife. So he's married, but he wants wife number 8. I'm confused. He gave me 3 nicknames: Cobra, Cougar, and then Mother Trucker. And I bet he's used that on many different women, on all 7 wives. Another told me I can't be a trucker because I don't smoke. This is just the highlights. I fell apart last night and didn't complete my online exam. I missed class today. Sincerely want to accomplish this and have invested so much. I'm thinking of approaching the director with my grievances and ask that they roll over my tuition to enroll me in the January class. You don't want backlash. And you said you wrote a book. Thank you for reading this. Let me know what your book is about. I'm interested. So I'm sorry about this experience, something you want to accomplish and you're finding it very difficult. Know that if you're a victim of narcissistic abuse, we already have problems with relationships, and it can start right when we're being introduced to people and we're not quite sure what to do, how to handle them, and it starts causing us more stress. You do what you need to. Okay, Connie? Whatever you feel like you need to do, there's no wrong or right. Go by your feelings. Go by what you want and what you need. Go by how you feel and what you value, okay? And just know that it really doesn't matter what you do as much as it matters how you feel. Okay? So you've got some things to consider. I want to get this class. Maybe I can do it next term, things like this. Just realize, Connie, the next class might be better. I don't know. But you're never going to get rid of people like this. Okay? This is society. And not everybody's like this at all. I'm not saying that. But this is society. You're not going to ever have a group of people where everyone's just like you. Okay? And this might be a good way, if you can, emotionally, if you can get through this, an accomplishment, it will create confidence for you that you can always do things like this again. I promise. And talking to your director, that's fine. I like how you said, I just want to finish this class and I don't care. And that's a great attitude. Know why you're going there. We don't have to make friends everywhere with everybody, right? Especially work. I help a lot of people with work-related stress problems, and I have to remind them, why are you at work? Make money. I'm here to make money, not friends. Okay, so stop being so friendly. I'm not telling you individually, but let's stop divulging our personal information and asking people questions and just stick to work. The more confident you are, Connie, and I'm not interested, no, of course not, I'm looking for a husband, ha ha ha, and things like this, the less they'll bother you. The less this will bother you, and the less people will bother you, okay? You're probably a very approachable person, I'm imagining. And that's just my best recommendation. If you can find a way to get through this, it will help you in the future. It'll create confidence, but you don't have to. It doesn't matter. This is too stressful. You don't have to do it. Don't do it at all. You can wait till next term, the next class. But I'm serious about what I said, about the next class might be better, might not have so many people like this, and maybe no one will say anything to you, but you're not going to ever avoid this anywhere you go, okay? In any country, in any job, in any class you take. You're just not going to totally avoid all this. And it might just be too much for you. It might be too many people saying too many things. I get it. And just allow yourself to do whatever you want, to stop going, to go to the next class. Find something else to do, okay? It is interesting, though, that when you're talking about being a trucker, right, driving a truck, I think we all know the stereotypes to that. And, you know, a lot of, mostly men with a trucker tongue, trucker talk, right? Lots of swearing, maybe vulgarity. You know, a lot of these people are alone most of the time. And a lot of reasons people find things to do alone is because they don't get along with people very well. So I would imagine a lot of truckers don't get along with people very well. I have a very good friend that's a trucker. I love him. He is awesome. I really do. And he's not like this at all. So they're not all like this, okay? And I'm sorry for your experience. I'm sorry. You know, you may have a stress disorder, and so things really stress you out. But we've got to learn how to navigate through this, okay? Talk to somebody. Help somebody help you, all right? But good luck, and it doesn't matter. All that matters is how you feel, okay? Thank you, Connie. Good luck. Marianella. Hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Marianella from Mar del Plata, Argentina. Hi. I'm a survivor of 21 years of narcissistic abuse. Thank you, David. You helped me a lot. And also my therapist, of course. Oh, well, thank you for telling me. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. And Emily from South Africa. Hi, Emily. Thank you for the video. We'll try meditation and also find a way to talk or call a therapist when I'm off the farm. Busy packing my stuff. I feel good about this. I think it's time for me to just get away from them and learn how to treat myself well. Want to heal from all the stuff my dad has made me think and feel. I want to be real. Emily, good luck. You're going to be fine. It's going to, no matter what, I think no matter what, it's going to be better than your home. And everybody out there, if you can, give Emily a word of encouragement. She needs it. She's a beautiful, beautiful young lady, very, very young. And she has a very toxic home that she's been living in, very codependent and abusive and neglectful. And they want her to stay there at this farm in South Africa and do nothing except work for them and be an emotional kicking post. And it's just awful. And she's been on this channel for a little while now. I've given her lots of advice, but she's really done well. She's doing well, and she's finally getting off this farm, finally. And so anyone that can give her words of encouragement, thank you. I appreciate that. Emily needs it. She deserves it. She's a sweet, beautiful person. And I just really wish you luck. And I hope you keep us updated, okay? You're going to be fine. I promise. I promise. We feel guilty for leaving toxic parents who depend on us and need us. We feel guilty for doing good things for ourselves. And the more you do it, the less you'll have those feelings, okay? It will stop. And the more further away you are from these people holding you down, the better you will feel. You'll see. And it's amazing how relationships change with parents. From living with them as a kid to being far away from them as an adult. You may be able to find some kind of common ground and have the relationships on your terms if you wish to continue them, but you don't have to. Good luck, Emily. Good luck and good job. I'm proud of you. I like it. Victoria from the Bay Area. That's the San Francisco, California Bay Area. Hi, Victoria. The Gabi and Brian laundry case. I've been waiting for somebody to ask me about this, huh? The police stopped them. She's crying. He's laughing with the police officers. They found her dead in the woods, and he took off. His parents are hiding him. Please watch this video. It's a perfect example of a narcissist or a very unhealthy family. Rest in peace, Gabi. An extremely sad case, and I've been totally following it. I can't help it. It's very interesting. And yes, this is toxic relationship from hell. Obviously, he probably did kill her. But here's one thing I want to say. I've been following this very closely, and I've seen every single video there is out there from both police officers, body-worn cameras during that pullover, from the parents' comments and all this stuff. I've watched it all, anything that's out there. And I've seen some things that make me really, not as sad as Gabi passing, awful, especially the way she did, strangled to death. I've just seen a lot of things, and I haven't wanted to comment on this because we don't know much. We don't know much. And I've seen a lot of misinformation out there. I've seen a lot of stuff that's not true that people are repeating. But here's the part. You said that his parents are hiding him, and we don't know that. We don't know that. And Brian is probably a freaking narcissist, psychopath, murderer now. I don't know. We assume. We don't even know that, but it's probably true. But out of many things that bother me, one is this. Brian Laundrie's parents. We know nothing that they know. We know nothing. But what we do know is that Gabi lived with them for 1.5 to 2 years, and she's now dead. So I don't know his parents, right? But they lost Gabi too. And they've now lost their son, who's wanted for murder. We don't know anything. We know that he came back to the house, right, on September 1st and without Gabi, and then we know that he's gone again now. And we don't know anything about the parents. And I know the parents' silence is really bad. It is. I understand that. I would like to have seen the parents come out and at least give some words about Gabi, at least. I don't think they've even given any condolences at all. And that looks awful. I understand. I know that their lawyer is telling him not to say a word. And I'm not excusing them, but I know that. We know that. And now you have people outside of the laundry house harassing them all day and night with bullhorns and calling them all kinds of names. And now they're called the dirty laundries. People throwing laundry baskets on their yard and things like this. That's just awful. I really think that's awful. And regardless of what their son did, and I don't mean, I don't mean to like push that aside like it's not a big deal. It's absolutely horrendous. But there are a bunch of other people involved in this case. And I just feel sorry. Because like I said, we don't know the laundries, the parents. They raised a pretty toxic son, it seems like. But we don't know that he told them anything. We don't know. And I just hate to see this. It bothers me. And there's many other things about this case that bothers me. Kind of like these. But the murder is just disgusting. Gabi looked like a beautiful young woman. She looked so sweet. She had lots of problems, but she looked so sweet. And it's just disgusting. It really is. And I hope that their families get some closure And I'm interested to see what happened more. I'm waiting for more details before I talk about it more. And I'm sure I'm going to get more questions. And that's fine. I invite them. That's fine. But let's just see. Let's wait to see until we get some more information. Thank you, Victoria. Okay. Gemini girl. Hello, I think my ex who I thought had BPD is becoming a prophet, or a false one at least. What are your thoughts on this? Is this something that they typically pursue for a long time? I think it's ridiculous since his lifestyle is so hypocritical from what he preaches. And Gemini girl from Kansas, thank you for telling me where you're located. And so I don't know him, right? So I'm not going to talk about him individually, but this is extremely common. Absolutely. And, these people, whether it's borderline or narcissist, they don't know who they are. The narcissist completely rejects themselves. The borderline, very, very, very low self-awareness, okay? They're unstable. Unstable. That's why you get the contradicting statements. I love this, and it looks like they don't. I hate this, but they do it all the time. I really value this, honesty, but they lie. They don't know who they are, okay? They don't know who they are. And this makes us impulsive, and they might switch jobs all the time. They might, cancel school with a half a credit left and never go back. They might dive into something and they go just all the way, 100%, and they got to do it more than anybody, and that's all they care about is just this thing. The prophet, I'm assuming you mean religion, that he's diving headfirst into religion, and now that's all that matters to him, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, give it a week, give it a month, give it a year. But he might dive into this for years, but typically it's going to be on to something else. Like kids, okay? Like kids don't know who they are. Kids are unstable. They're just finding this out. And that's good for children to try different things and, hey, give it a shot. Go and take a class in that. Go work there for a little while. Go hang out with people like that for a little while. Try and find out who you are and what you like. That's great. When they're doing this at 40, 50, it gets a little sad, a little worrisome. But becoming a prophet, I don't believe in prophets. So I think they're probably all false. But my thoughts on pursuing religion, disordered people, it's incredible. It's amazing. It's amazing. It really is. I think most religions can be very narcissistic anyways, alone. And then you have these leaders of this stuff, right? Who most of them, I think, are very narcissistic too. These are how cults are started, right? They use religion. And it's, I'm omnipotent, godlike. I am more special and unique than you are. I can talk to God. I get signs from God. God told me this about you. God told me that. God told me I'm going to be this and that. It's the same thing as what do you call them? Mediums. Same thing. Psychic mediums, people who talk to the dead. I'm not saying that nobody can, but I haven't seen this much proof yet. And you guys are more than welcome to tell me, oh, David, go look at medium this and medium that. Yeah, I've seen mediums in their careers, and they start out, wow, and then 5-10 years later, you see all these lies and people's lives they ruin and stuff like this. And, when somebody says I'm more special and unique than the other 7 billion on this planet, and nobody else can do this, I can do this, and I know the truth about things and the answers to life and what happens when we die, and I can talk to your dead mom and all these things, but I really can't tell you anything about it. I mean, it's all BS, and it's just people that just full of themselves completely. It's so narcissistic. And then you have people, borderlines are magical thinkers. So they'll resort to astrology more than a psychiatrist or therapist, typically, right? The answers are in the stars instead of, hey, what do I want to do? Because I don't know myself. I don't know how I feel about this. I copy and mimic others. But religion, huge. I've seen it so much, and they'll use it to cover up their own problems. They'll use it to manipulate people, use it for all kinds of different things and ways to get what they want and need from others. And it's disgusting. It's very, very exploitative. If you had more specific questions about it, please ask, okay? That was a little general. So if you do want to know more, and I encourage you, I'd like to talk about it more, ask me. Thank you. And Jim from Ohio says, meditation is part of my weekly routine, 3 to 5 times a week. Yoga is another part of my healing journey. Your coaching has jump-started my healing process. Thank you for all of your suggestions. You are very welcome. Thank you for telling me, Jim. Your support is fantastic. Thank you. Let's see where we are here. Hazel again. Hi, from Alabama. I'm the one who asked about sleep a couple weeks ago. Thank you so much for bringing this up again. Last night I slept about 4 hours, even with CBD, to help my anxiety. I think meditation will help. It's just a matter of caring enough about myself to do it. I'm going to try 5 minutes tonight. Great. I have a sleep hygiene video in my Healing CPTS playlist. Go to playlist, Healing CPTSD, go down to sleep hygiene. I've got like 30 recommendations for better sleep. I could probably come up with 40 at least, and try them. Try them all. Okay? Try all these suggestions, and it's about being committed. Like I said earlier, committed. I didn't sleep well my whole life. My whole life. As a child, as a teenager, in my 20s, in my 30s. I finally got into my 40s and finally got 8 hours sleep for the first time in my life. And I did all these other things, and I made sleep fun and bed inviting, but it really came down to just going to bed. Stop staying up late, stop doing things, and just go to bed. Once I committed to it, finally slept good for the first time in my life. Commitment. And that's it, guys. Like I said, it's a little short today. Please keep asking questions, everybody. And again, thank you for supporting my channel by subscribing and voting and commenting and sharing. Okay? Keep asking questions, everybody. I know the holidays are coming. They're here, right? OND, October, November, December. And I know that stress gets a little worse. Seek help. Ask questions. Okay? And you can get through these holidays. For those of you who are recovering and they seem a little triggering and traumatic, doesn't matter what you do, get through it. It's just another holiday like every other one. You don't have to celebrate or do anything. You can do that next year. But the more positive experiences you have, the better it gets. If you try to celebrate a little bit and it goes okay, next year will be better, okay? Thank you, everybody. Love yourself first. I'll see you next week. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.